So I saw this yesterday and I was like, is this a really good idea? To be honest with you, for a lot of people I know, this just means that they're going to be able to pirate a lot of films without actually having to pay for them now. And this is kind of the in thing at the moment because obviously cinemas are not exactly open. Well, in America, I believe like 60% of cinemas are shut. Here in the UK, the majority of them are actually closed. And the rest of the world, some are open, some aren't. But Warner Brothers have taken a very, very risky move. And what am I talking about? Well, let's spin this around. This is what I'm talking about. Warner Brothers to release all its 2021 movies on HBO MAX in the US the same day as cinemas in new strategy. It's not going to go well, but like I said, it's going to be great for people who love to download films. In a move that is once shocking but also entirely unsurprising, Warner Brothers has decided to release its entire 2021 slate on HBO Max in the US, concurrently with cinemas during their first respective months. Seems as a way to combat reduced box office takings from a nation that is still heavily in the grip of what's going on in the world. The movie means that films such as Doom, the fourth Matrix outing, In the Heights and more will play both in cinemas and on the streaming service for 31 days before continuing on exclusively in the cinemas, ahead of a more normal release on home entertainment. According to all of the current reporting on the plan, countries such as the UK, who have more cinemas open and a better handle on the crisis, will stick to the theatrical-only plan. But Wonder Woman 1984 already has a premium video-on-demand schedule in place for the UK via Sky TV, so perhaps we'll also see that deal extended. We're living in unprecedented times, which calls for creative solutions, including this new initiative for the Warner Brothers Pictures Group. So this is what Ann Saranoff, the CEO of Warner Brothers, has come out and said. No one wants films back on the big screen more than we do. Well, obviously that's where you make more of your money. We know new content is the lifeblood of theatrical exhibition, but we have to balance this with the reality that most theatres in the US will likely operate at reduced capacity throughout next year. With this unique 1 year plan, it's not going to be 1 year, it's going to go on longer than that. We can support our partners in exhibition with a steady pipeline of world-class films, while also giving moviegoers who may not have access to theatres or aren't quite ready to go back to the movies the chance to see our amazing 2021 films. And the majority of these are actually the ones that were pushed back from this year. We see it as a win-win for film lovers and exhibitors, and we're extremely grateful to our filmmaking partners for working with us on this innovative response to these circumstances. But like it says by here now, which I said at the beginning of this video, is going to open up a whole new revenue for pirates. It also opens up the films to much greater threat of piracy, as streaming services are notoriously tough to keep secure. So with that one there, it's very interesting to see that obviously Warner Brothers are the ones who have gone out of their way to say, we're going to put everything on streaming services. Okay, that's fair enough. You do own HBO Max. But when you've got countries, let's say, like here in the UK where cinemas, some of them are open, people are not going to them. And when they see this, obviously we don't have HBO Max here in the UK either. Everyone is just going to go to the Pirate Bay or Kick-Ass Torrents or whatever. They're going to go to those kind of websites and download the films. And obviously with Warner Brothers stating, these films are going to stream in 4K and HDR. These people are going to get the best copy available right off the bat. Where before you had to wait for either a screener or you had to for a digital release, that sort of thing. But now with this, it's going to be bad. But obviously AMC theatres in the States, they have actually released a statement regarding this, and this is what they've said. Clearly, Warner Media intends to sacrifice a considerable portion of the profitability of its movie studio division and that of its production partners and filmmakers to subsidize its HBO Max startup. As for AMC, we will do all in our power to ensure that Warner does not do so at our expense. we will aggressively pursue economic terms that preserve our business. We have already commenced an immediate and urgent dialogue with the leadership of Warner on this subject. As this issue gets sorted out, we are nonetheless encouraged that vaccines protecting society at large against what's going on are very much at hand. So it is our expectation that moviegoers soon will be able to once again delight in coming to a theatre without any worry, viewing the world's best movies safely in our big seats, with our big sound and on our big screens. To be honest with you, with that, I can see this being the final nail in the coffin for theatres, which sucks, because I love going to the cinema. I absolutely do. But if you're not looking after your actual people who go and see the films there, we've seen it here in the UK, where they've said, oh yes, we got the distancing, we have this, we have that. But some people have gone there and there's no social distancing. Everyone is, they filled the house, literally. Everyone's sitting next to each other. The seats are not exactly that big either, because when you're sitting by someone, you go out like this in some of the seats. That's mostly the ones in Cardiff City Centre anyway, for the Cineworld, which is owned by one of the big American ones again. But when you have that, and now you even have AMC stating, yeah, we're going to fight this, I can't see this going well for a lot of people now. And if cinemas do go, it's going to be absolutely sucky. So sticking with Warner Brothers, we're going to now have a look at Mads has actually come out and said something about him replacing Johnny Depp. So this is what we got. FB, Mads breaks silence on replacing Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. The FB franchise is going through a transition period as FB3 chugs along through principal photography. Early last month, Johnny Depp relinquished the role. He was fired after Warner Brothers asked him to resign. Days later, it was reported that Hannibal actor Mads was being eyed to replace him. Last week, it was officially confirmed that he indeed will be the new Grindelwald. Now, Mads has commented about joining the FB franchise. He was actually plugging his new film, Another Round, and this is what he had to say. Well, it's going to be me, so that's a difference. No, this is the tricky part. We're still working it out. There has to be a bridge between what Johnny did and what I'm going to do. And at the same time, I also have to make it my own. But also, we have to find a few links to the previous version of the character, and some bridges so it doesn't completely detach from what he's already masterfully achieved. And this is the next one, which I gotta admit, this actually caused a lot of people to be thrown off guard, because what he says now, to me, this is Warner Brothers telling Mads what to say. Job-wise, it's obviously super interesting and nice. It's also a shocker that it came after what happened, which is just super sad. I wish both of them the best. These are sad circumstances. I hope both of them will be back in the saddle again really soon. So with that, to me, it's literally Warner Brothers have told him, if anyone asks what's going on, you must be nice about her as well. That's what's happened. I'm telling you that right now, because again, this is kind of like damage control, because the way he just comes out and says, oh, it's sad for both of them. Yeah, it's for both of them. Well, it's not both of them. She is a horrible person. She's a horrible human being. She has caused so much damage to that man. And again, Warner Brothers, because they're keeping her and they got rid of him, they're like, right, she's with us, don't say anything bad about her. If you do, you're probably gone. That's probably what is in the contract now. He has to be nice about both of them, and it's just sad to see that Warner Brothers are trying to do a bit of damage control, but it's not going to work, because, again, Mads, it sucks that you took this role, but again, I understand why, because someone offers you a brand new franchise, and it just happens to be a Harry Potter universe. I understand that. But you can't really go out and say, oh, it's super sad for the both of them. Both of them is just wrong. It's either yes for him, no for her, or vice versa. It cannot be, oh, both of them. It can be both of them, mate. That's it. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.